We have seen these tensions escalate between the US and China. How is that playing into your business in China? Are you starting to see a backlash against your brand?
Well, interestingly, while we have many global brands, we essentially are a local business. Almost 95% of what we do is local. And so in that regard, we're not at the front line and we're not seeing an immediate impact. Having said that, these tensions could impact overall demand over time if not managed well, and so we're on the lookout. But for right now, no major impact.
So you're not concerned to any disruption to supply chains, for example? At
the moment, no. We've had no impact.
Let's talk about the recent acquisition that the broader group had of Costa Coffee,
yes.
That $5.1 billion acquisition. It's really part of Coca-Cola's overall strategy to move just away from fizzy drinks. When you look at coffee in China, for example, Starbucks very much the focal point there. Do you have any plans to take Costa Coffee more expansionary into China and perhaps take on Starbucks?
Well, first of all, as you mentioned, the coffee category globally is an enormous category, $300 billion category. We have a very small footprint to date, and we see Costa as being a tremendous opportunity for us to expand that footprint, not only in its existing markets, but in other markets too. And China would be one of those, for sure.
In terms of how to focus away from the fact that, there is a lot of health concerns about carbonated drinks, where are you putting a lot more of your effort into? Is it into bottled water? Is it into other areas of other drinks as well?
Well, one of the major areas of focus at the moment is to do a better job of following the consumer. Mm-hmm. And so it really depends on, it's a market by market analysis. Consumer behaviours and beverage trends vary by part of the world. And here in Asia, the Asian consumer likes to drink a broad array of beverages, hot, cold, sweetened, unsweetened. And our game is to try and play where the consumer is going and to ultimately be in a position to offer a great beverage for every occasion.
You're part of, you have 5 business units across ASEAN. Tell me a little bit about your India strategy, because there has been some speculation that you could be going after Horlicks, for example.
Well, I've read those articles with great interest also. India is an enormous market for us. We have a growing business there. Performance at the moment is very exciting, and as we're doing in many parts of the world, we're looking to invest where the consumer is going, which means that we are very much on the lookout to both grow our existing portfolio of brands, but also, when appropriate and where appropriate, to look to add on to the existing portfolio.
So are you looking at Horlicks?
It's very inappropriate for me, I think, at this point to make any comments on it.
OK, let's talk about Japan, because there has been that push as well into alcoholic drinks there. How are you seeing that grow?
Japan is an interesting experiment. The beverage that we've launched earlier on this year in the Alco-Pop segment. Japan has been at the forefront of our push into being a total beverage company for many, many years. The Alco-Pop category is one where the consumer has, especially the younger consumer, has moved into. It offers us an opportunity to leverage our existing supply chain, and right now it's an experiment, and our Japan team are very excited to be given the opportunity to play with it.
We mentioned bottled water. Are there any plans to sort of merge with any of the other big names, particularly in China, Wahaha, China Resources Beers? Any partnerships coming up there?
No big plans on the horizon at the moment. Bottled water is a huge category just about everywhere in the world, and it's a space where we are looking to expand our footprint. Some markets we've got a very small footprint today, and whether we do it on our own or in partnership, we're on the lookout just to see what happens, and we'll take advantage as they arise.
How's the Asia-Pac group going versus, say, North America versus the rest of the world, and where are you seeing the most growth in what parts of Asia?
Yeah, we've been excited with our performance year to date. First half of the year has been strong. Especially pleased with the performance in China and in India, and some of the mid-tier emerging markets like Vietnam also doing very well for us. So touch wood, year to date doing well, and we expect Asia Pacific to be an engine of growth for our company globally over the next few years, and I think we're well positioned to get there.
John, just finally, you're about to do a panel here at the Milken Summit on how to make sustainability profitable. How do we make sustainability profitable in this environment?
I think a couple of things. First of all, I think we need to recognise that to make it sustainable, make sustainability sustainable, it requires us to work in concert with civil society, with government, and the private sector has a big role to play in that, and we're particularly interested in being a part of that. And to make it profitable, I think it's got to become part of the business objectives of the leaders, local leaders, and that's what we're very focused on making happen at the moment.